Let's do this. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Quarterback Kings Talk. I'm your host, Reed. And let's hop into this game for real. Like it says down here on the title, or as you clicked on this video, this is 10 things. And 10 things I'm looking at this year for the regular season for the Kings. Whether, I'll just get out of the way, playoff prediction, I have no clue. They could be wild card, they could be a top 3 seed guarantee, who knows? But I do know that there's some interesting storylines, and let's get into them. And let's go to number 1, obviously the big one for me is the power play. The Kings were great on the penalty kill, but on the power play, and the obvious factor is they're the Kings, and they usually are in the 20th to 25th range in terms of power play percentage, which is not good if you want to be a consistent playoff team. Although the PK was like first or second, it was ridiculously good. So, on to number 2. Ilya Kovalchuk, the main Russian import that we got. He's supposed to help our power play and be on the rover position with Doughty on the top unit and get the one-timers in the OV office area. Of course, that's a whole nother thing. But this does add some scoring, and he's money in the bag for at least 20 goals. There might be an adjustment period because he spent the last few years in Russia, but I'm happy that we got him on our team and we didn't have to give up anything to get him. On to number 3. In my regular season prediction video, I thought Gabe Blarty was going to make the team. That is not going to be the case. He is hurt, and that's one of his problems. But I went to the final preseason game, Kings and Ducks, with a not so good game. But hey, it's preseason. I saw 2 guys, Anderson-Dolan, our second round pick from the 2017 draft, and Austin Wagner, another homegrown talent. Holy cow, they're fast. They are probably what the Kings need. Holy cow, these are fast players, and they can just zip through the ice. If you saw the last preseason game on TV, they just, and holy cow. And that's what the Kings really need. With Brodzinski out too, remember, and so these young guys are coming into themselves and trying to prove themselves for a roster spot. I don't know what will happen with Anderson-Dolan. My theory is they're going to do the 9-game rule, where the kid can play 9 games up in the big club and then sent back to junior or Ontario before his first year of his ELC, his entry-level contract will kick in, and we don't want to obviously pay that off. On to number 4. Number 4 is the third pair of defense. We know Forbort and Doughty will be a thing. We know I want Phaneuf and Martinez, but who's going to be paired with Muzzin? Is it going to be Paul Ledoux? Is it going to be Oscar Fanberg? Those 2 seem like the last 2 spots. As a long-term thing, I thought probably Caleb Clegg might get a shot, but he looks like more next couple of years down the road. So we'll just have to wait and see. On to number 5. Number 5 is if Dustin Brown can recreate some magic he had last year. I went to obviously his 4-goal game against Minnesota. So we don't know what will happen with him. He still has that big contract, and we need him to perform like he earned that big contract. Number 6 is the 70s kids and the 70s line. Will it be that 70s line of Pearson, Carter, Foley, or what I saw from the preseason game, Kovalchuk with Carter and Campbell, and then the Pearson, Foley with Amadio. I think it's interesting. But Toffoli needs to show that that season where he had 31 goals was not a fluke. Carter, of course, was hurt, so hopefully he can stay healthy. Knock on wood. Pearson he was solid, and he needs to still be solid. I believe on to number 7. 7's more of a simple. Jack Campbell, can you be a full-time backup for this year? You have Peter Budaj in your back pocket down in Ontario. Just be ready. I know these are just interesting storyline. That's just an interesting one. On to the next one. Like I said, talking about both Carter, Pearson, Toffoli, they've all switched up lines right now. And Stevens is looking for depth scoring, which is the next topic. Yes, we're not really a team that scores a lot, so we need all the scoring that you can. And we need goals, and Kovalchuk will do that, but we need more players to contribute, like Lewis, Kempe, Amadio, those guys. On to the next one. Of course, the last one is playoff momentum. Does getting swept by the Golden Knights help you or hurt you? Because you can see it going this way or this way. You have a slightly older team, so we have the knowledge to continue it, but where do you see them beating Winnipeg or Nashville? Granted, those won't come until the conference finals, but San Jose is really good. Anaheim, you never know. And Arizona is much improved, and don't sleep on the Alberta teams. And then also, if you really want to dream big about playing a Central team, I talked about Winnipeg and Nashville. Colorado might be sneaky good. Minnesota is always strong, but I don't know. That's the funny thing. I don't have a definitive, they're going to make the playoffs this year. Who knows? On to the final one, which is not hockey related in terms of the on-ice performance, but LA Kings wise. And lastly, 10 storyline is this iHeartMedia thing that they announced, I think, a week ago. Not a week or two ago. It's very interesting. They quit their partnership with 790 KBC to broadcast radio games all on this new LA Kings Media Center on the iHeartRadio app. I think it's good. You're trying to be progressive and you want to try internet radio, but you're losing a big population who drive in their cars while listening to the game. I have a mixed feeling about this. I think they should have radio on as a simulcast. But you can tune into 620 if you want to hear the audio version of the TV broadcast, but what else are you going to do, eh? And that is the top 10 things that I'm interested in for this year of LA Kings hockey. That's it for this video. Click like if you like this video, hit subscribe if you're new. Make sure that bell's on when you subscribe, because you get to see my very red backdrop and me just talking into a camera. Who knows when the next video out? Maybe the first week in a nutshell. Just hopefully we can do well. And the preseason's over, and roster cuts are, I think, going to be submitted tonight. So when date of recording, believe this is September 30th. Oh, that's right. No King game on tonight, but it's LeBron's first preseason game and game 162 of the Dodgers. So, best of luck to y'all, and hope you have an awesome day. Goodbye.